In this video, I'm going to share with you a summary of what channeling is and its history, as well as my top 6 favorite channelers and an overview of their messages. We'll look at a summary of each of their histories and their teachings. These are some of the most profound things that have changed my life, and I'm going to summarize it in this one video. In later videos we will do a deep dive into the channelers and their channeled messages, even comparing the messages and noting any differences or similarities. So, you'll want to subscribe to this channel because it will change your view of things dramatically. I will also include some of the most advanced science surrounding and verifying these messages and how our world works. Also, we'll look at current events and world events and how they relate to these messages. So, welcome to my first introduction video. My name is Lonnie, and I want deeply to help people expand their consciousness, because by doing so, as you will see, I do that for myself, by doing it for you. Now, this video will be jam-packed. Jam-packed with a whole bunch of information of understanding the channeling, channelers, and the messages they bring, and how it affects our lives. Understand, channeling, as woo-hoo as it sounds, the information can be profound, but you can use your own discernment. I remember when I first became aware of it back in 1977, the first time I ever heard of channeling was through my mother. She was a channeler herself, but rarely let anyone know. I found a book of hers by Jane Roberts, and I was like, who and what is this? I thought it was a woman possessed by a demon or something. I rejected it then, but it came to me again, years later, and I actually read it and was amazed at how wrong I was in my youth. The information was so profound that over time, it started to resonate with me more and more. So, some of the people I discuss in this video may, in a way, it may seem a little bit out there, but understand, it's not the story of the actual channeler that really matters, it's the information that matters, and whether the information helps you, as I said. Some people are fearful of listening or reading about channeled information. For those people, I say it doesn't hurt to look at a viewpoint that is different from yours, or a belief system that is different than what yours may be. Look at it, and if it doesn't resonate with you, then leave it. If it does, then imbibe it. It's not going to make you do something that you don't want to do. Use your discernment to see if it resonates. And, if the material is self-empowering, you can tell by the way that it makes you feel. I have read thousands of different books, listened to thousands of hours of different seminars and channels. I've done a lot of the inner work through meditation, and these are the 6 channel sources that I believe has very powerful information. So, okay, we'll start with channeling, its history, and then move on to the channelers and their messages. This will be just an overview, we'll get into the details in later videos. So, welcome to Dimensional Messages, your ultimate guide to the fascinating world of spiritual channeling and channelers. Here at Dimensional Messages, we explore the captivating realm of spiritual channeling, diving into the teachings, messages, and lives of renowned channelers from around the globe. Whether you're a curious beginner or someone with a keen interest in spiritual phenomena, our goal is to provide you with engaging, objective, and enlightening content. Let's begin with the definition of spiritual channeling. Spiritual channeling is a practice where a person, also known as a channeler or psychic medium, temporarily becomes the mouthpiece for a spirit or intelligent being. Channeling is also known as spiritualism or spiritism. Channeling is a central part of the New Age movement. Some reasons people may channel include: to learn about life after death, to explore the supernatural, to find comfort and healing for grief, and to learn more about past lives. Or, simply to enhance their spiritual awareness of themselves. In many cases, it just happened to them. Some say that channeling involves meditating, shifting your mind and mental space, trying to break free of worldly influences, and tuning into a higher consciousness. Others say that signs of channeling include a settling of the nervous system, a sense of an inner voice, and feeling hot in the hands. Channeling by automatic writing has also been held as a connection with spirit guides and the ability to receive guidance. Furthermore, channeling is often defined as the act of allowing a spiritual entity such as an angel, archangel, ascended master, guide, deceased loved one, or simply one's higher consciousness, to merge, join, or enter the body and use one's vocal cords to communicate directly with those on the earth plane. Okay, now, let's take a quick dive into the history and origins of spiritual channelers. Shamanism. The earliest forms of channeling can be traced back to ancient shamanic practices. Shamans, often considered the spiritual leaders of their communities, would enter trance states to communicate with spirits and ancestors, seeking guidance and healing. Ancient civilizations. In Mesopotamia, around 5,000 years ago, the Sumerians practiced spiritism and astrology, believing in communication with the spirit world. Similarly, in ancient Greece and Rome, mediums served as advisors to rulers, providing divine guidance. Spiritualism in the 19th century. The 19th century saw a surge in interest in spiritualism, particularly in the United States and Europe. Mediums held seances to connect with the spirits of deceased loved ones, offering solace and closure to grieving families. Famous mediums. Figures like Edgar Cayce, known as the Sleeping Prophet, and Helena Blavatsky, founder of Theosophy, became prominent during this period. 20th century and beyond. The 20th century brought a resurgence of interest in channeling, particularly within the New Age movement. Channelers like Esther Hicks and Bashar emerged, offering teachings on personal growth and planetary transformation. Modern applications. Today, channeling continues to evolve, with many people exploring it as a means of spiritual exploration and personal development. Advances in technology have made channeled messages more accessible through books, online forums, and videos. One thing I should point out is that much of the information from channelers has come through more recently because of the rise in the general consciousness of the world's population, which has caused the vibration and energies to come through more clearly and more often. We are living in exciting times. Notable channelers. Esther Hicks, channeler of Abraham. Hicks offers messages on the law of attraction and personal empowerment. Bashar. Claiming to be an extraterrestrial entity, Bashar provides teachings on consciousness and the nature of reality. Paul Selig. Channeler of the Guides. The Guides are very much about the realization or knowing of what they call the true self, or the divine self, or the aspect of the Creator that seeks to be realized, as sent through us in form, in field, in expression, he says. Let's begin though, with Neale Donald Walsch. Neale Donald Walsch. Neale Donald Walsch is best known for his Conversations with God series, which consists of 9 books. Here's a brief summary of some of his notable works. Conversations with God, Book 1. This book is a dialogue between Walsch and God, where Walsch asks questions and God provides answers. It became a publishing phenomenon and stayed on the New York Times bestsellers list for 137 weeks. Conversations with God, Book 2, continues the dialogue, delving into political and social issues, offering wisdom on how to create a more functional and sustainable world. Conversations with God, Book 3, focuses on universal truths and how to view life's challenges as opportunities for growth. Friendship with God helps readers integrate the teachings from the trilogy into their daily lives. Communion with God takes readers deeper into their relationship with God, addressing misunderstandings about ourselves and God. Conversations with God for Teens answers questions from teenagers, guiding them into a deeper relationship with themselves and God. The New Revelations explores new insights and revelations about spirituality and life. Tomorrow's God discusses the future of spirituality and how it will evolve. Home with God. In a Life That Never Ends, the final book in the series, focusing on the concept of eternal life. Neale's personal history. Neale Donald Walsch was born on September 10, 1943, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He grew up in a Roman Catholic family and was always encouraged to explore his spiritual and religious interests. He attended a Catholic grade school and was known for his curiosity about life and religion. Walsch had a varied career, working as a radio broadcaster, newspaper reporter, managing editor, and public information officer for local school systems. He experienced a significant spiritual awakening in 1995 when he wrote an angry letter to God, which led to a dialogue that became the basis for his books. Walsch has been married 4 times and currently lives in Southern Oregon with his wife, M. Claire, a working poet. He is the father of 9 children from his multiple marriages. Up next we have Lee Harris, channeler of the Z's. Lee Harris is a renowned intuitive guide and transformational teacher who has been channeling for over 25 years. His channelings are primarily focused on connecting with higher guidance and spiritual entities known as the Z's. He offers workshops, courses, and personal readings to help others tap into their own intuitive abilities. Books. Lee Harris has authored several books that delve into the practice of channeling and spiritual growth. How to Channel and Why. This book provides a step-by-step guide to channeling, offering practical advice and tools for beginners and experienced channelers alike. Insights from the Other Side. The Z's on Channeling. This book features insights from Harris Guides, the Z's, on the practice of channeling and how it supports personal and spiritual growth. Lee's personal history. Lee Harris was born in England and began doing intuitive readings out of his home in 2004 as a part-time healer. He later moved to California and founded Lee Harris Energy, LHE, a multimedia, worldwide event company and production house. Harris has built a reputation for grounding creative spirituality into challenging times and helping people experience impactful and abundant lives. Key messages from the Z's are: raising consciousness. The Z's emphasize the importance of raising individual and collective consciousness. They encourage people to become more compassionate, kind, and inclusive. This involves shining light on the darkness that exists and integrating new energies into our lives. Spiritual evolution. The Z's speak about humanity's transition from old structures to new, more enlightened ways of living. They highlight the need to integrate technology and new energies into our lives, and to participate actively in the changes happening around us. Connection. A central theme in the Z's messages is the importance of connection, connecting with oneself, others, and the universe. They believe that fostering these connections can lead to personal and collective healing. Enlightenment. The Z's describe enlightenment not as a final destination but as mastery in various areas of life. They suggest that achieving enlightenment requires continuous growth and learning. Freedom consciousness. This concept involves recognizing that everything happening is part of a larger, interconnected universe. It encourages people to see beyond their immediate circumstances and understand their broader impact. Exit points. The Z's discuss the idea of exit points, which are moments of significant change or transition in one's life. They provide guidance on navigating these transitions and embracing new opportunities. These messages aim to help individuals navigate their spiritual journeys, embrace personal growth, and contribute to the collective evolution of humanity. Jane Roberts. Jane Roberts channeled messages from an entity named Seth, and these messages are compiled in what is known as the Seth material. Here's a summary of the key messages from Seth. You create your reality. One of the central tenets of Seth's teachings is that individuals create their own reality through their thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. This concept emphasizes personal responsibility and empowerment. Consciousness and the soul. Seth discusses the nature of consciousness and the soul, explaining that consciousness exists independently of the physical body and continues beyond death. Reincarnation and parallel lives. Seth introduces the idea of reincarnation and parallel lives, suggesting that individuals experience multiple lifetimes and can access these experiences through their consciousness. Non-linear time. According to Seth, time is not linear but rather a series of simultaneous events. This perspective challenges traditional views of time and encourages a broader understanding of existence. Probable selves. Seth introduces the concept of probable selves, which are different versions of oneself existing simultaneously in various realities. This idea highlights the potential for growth and change. Creativity and imagination. Seth emphasizes the importance of creativity and imagination in shaping one's reality. He encourages individuals to explore their creative potential and use their imagination to manifest their desires. Spiritual growth and enlightenment. Seth's messages focus on spiritual growth and enlightenment, encouraging individuals to seek higher levels of consciousness and understanding. Interconnectedness. Seth speaks about the interconnectedness of all things, suggesting that everything in the universe is connected and influences one another. These messages aim to help individuals understand their true nature, embrace personal growth, and contribute to the collective evolution of humanity. Esther Hicks. Esther Hicks channels messages from a group of non-physical entities called Abraham. Here's a summary of the key messages from Abraham. Law of attraction. The core principle of Abraham's teachings is the law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. This means that whatever you focus on, you attract into your experience. By aligning your thoughts and feelings with what you desire, you can manifest those desires in your life. Vibration and emotions. Abraham emphasizes the importance of vibration and emotions. Your feelings are a direct result of your thoughts, and they create powerful vibrations that attract corresponding experiences. The stronger the feeling, the more powerful the magnetic pull. Deliberate creation. This concept involves using your focus, emotions, and expectations to deliberately create the life you desire. By consciously choosing your thoughts and feelings, you can shape your reality. The art of allowing. Abraham teaches the art of allowing, which involves embracing your desires while remaining open to their unfolding. This means letting go of resistance and trusting that the universe will provide what you need. Non-physical reality. Abraham explains that our physical reality is influenced by a non-physical realm. By understanding and connecting with this non-physical aspect, you can gain greater control over your experiences. Joy and well-being. The ultimate goal of Abraham's teachings is to help individuals achieve joy and well-being. By aligning with positive thoughts and feelings, you can create a life filled with happiness and fulfillment. These messages aim to empower individuals to take control of their lives, manifest their desires, and live in harmony with the universe. Bashar. Daryl Enka channels messages from a non-physical entity named Bashar, who is described as a highly evolved being from the future. Here's a summary of Bashar's key messages. 5 Universal Laws. Bashar teaches 5 fundamental laws that govern the nature of reality. Law of attraction. Like attracts like, and our thoughts and emotions create our reality. Law of allowance. Everything is allowed, and there are no limitations to what we can create. Law of action. Manifestation requires both focus and action. Law of intention. Intentions are powerful and shape our experiences. Law of responsibility. We are responsible for our own experiences and creations. Self-empowerment. Bashar emphasizes the importance of self-empowerment and personal growth. He encourages individuals to take control of their lives and create the reality they desire. Non-physical reality. Bashar explains that our physical reality is influenced by a non-physical realm. By understanding and connecting with this non-physical aspect, we can gain greater control over our experiences. Joy and well-being. The ultimate goal of Bashar's teachings is to help individuals achieve joy and well-being. By aligning with positive thoughts and feelings, we can create a life filled with happiness and fulfillment. Interconnectedness. Bashar speaks about the interconnectedness of all things, suggesting that everything in the universe is connected and influences one another. Paul Selig. Channeler of the Guides. The guides are very much about the realization or knowing of what they call the true self, or the divine self, or the aspect of the Creator that seeks to be realized, as sent through us in form, in field, in expression, he says. And there are many more which we will explore in depth. This overview should give you a solid foundation for understanding the history and origins of spiritual channeling and channelers. If you would like more detailed information, stay tuned to this channel, and if you have specific questions, feel free to ask. We'll get right on it. An underlying and main theme of all of them are, now is a time of transformation on the planet. And we're moving in from 3rd density into the 4th density, and many of us who are consuming this material came here at this time in history, to be a part of this transformation. I'd say the core teachings of them, as a whole, are very powerful in that the direction of humanity, or the main takeaways I have, is we create our own reality. Change your thoughts, you change your life. You change your beliefs, you change your life. We're going through a time of ascension right now on the planet, and now more than ever is a time that we all need to wake up, or there will be much suffering for those who don't. If you're listening to this, then you're on the leading edge of that right now. Well, that's a lot to take in. I hope you have enjoyed this video and the information presented so far. This is just a small glimpse into what we will be bringing in future videos. In fact, we will take a deep dive into the messages themselves, more details about each channeler or medium, an in-depth look at how the messages relate to current local and world events, examples of channelers whose teachings align with or predict current trends, and the relevance of these messages in today's world and ourselves. We will host a detailed breakdown of messages from various channelers, relating these messages to each other in a coherent way, and get a detailed understanding of the collective meaning and implications. We'll also look in depth at personal stories and testimonies, and gain encouragement to explore and apply these insights in many ways. So, please, join us and be a part of the new world that is unfolding before our very eyes. For it is written, "Behold, I make all things new." Please help us to continue this much-needed work by liking and subscribing, and be sure to hit the bell icon so that you will be informed of the latest videos and content. Thank you for tuning in. Let's continue to explore the mysteries of spiritual channeling together. Leave a comment, and if you wish us to address any specific area, detail, topic, or inquiry, please let us know. We'll see you in the next video.